Hello, everyone. I'm Tina,
I'm Whitney.
and this is Nurse Leadership Solutions, having the joy within the journey on the road today.
On the road again.
On the road again. You don't want us to sing. Actually, she's not too bad, but I'm pretty rough. We are at East Central College in Union, Missouri at the Senior Expo, and we're excited about it.
We are. This is our first time doing something like this.
Yes, first time on the road for us. So forgive us for our flaws, and let's just have some fun today.
Let's do it.
All right. See you soon.
Hi, this is Tina again, and I have with me Karen. And Karen works for Crabapple Village Assisted Living. So tell me about Crabapple.
Crabapple Village is an assisted living facility located in St. Clair off of Highway 30. We also have a memory care unit, which is downstairs, and we have independent living apartments, which surround the building as well. We've been in business for over 20 years, and I've been very fortunate to be there since the day they opened the doors.
Yeah, I remember you. You've been there a long time.
Since the beginning, yes. Been very lucky. It's a beautiful place. It's privately family owned. So it's a lot more of that personal touch and service and care that way. So it's a wonderful facility.
So what makes an assisted living appropriate for someone?
For someone to be able to be in an assisted living, we are in a level 2, assisted living level 2. The difference is in a level 1, the person has to find their way out of the building safely without any assistance. Whereas in a level 2, we will assist them. They are not required to be able to get out in the case of an emergency. We have all levels of care. We have people that are up independent and actually still even have their own car. And we have some people that as they've aged and stayed there over the years, they're actually on hospice care. And the thing that's nice about Crabapple is even if they decline in function, they don't have to leave to go to like a skilled nursing facility. We can meet all levels of care in that building, which is wonderful.
So do you just bring in additional services?
Correct. We do have hospice comes in locally. We have used New Haven Hospice as well as other companies of hospice care. We also offer home health services there as well through a company in Washington. And but most of the care we're able to provide and meet all of their needs.
And so, you do a lot of medication and meal management.
Absolutely.
And, treatments. There's a nurse. They are usually
there's a nurse on site.
Staff during the day.
Correct.
And that helps maintain any contact with the doctor as necessary.
Absolutely. Our house doctor comes in weekly, and he rotates and sees patients every week. They do have people there that dispense the medications. They get 3 meals a day, the housekeeping services, laundry services. We have a facility system for cable and internet and things like that.
And I think it's really important because, sometimes people, they don't want to go to, the nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
And I love nursing homes.
I know.
Because I've been in senior care my whole life.
Right.
And I say my whole life, but it feels like my whole life. And, overall, assisted living is a good step, where you can have still the control over your environment and kind of, get everything. But it also might help prevent the crisis.
Right.
That's what a lot of times I see families wait for that crisis moment at home. And then all of a sudden they have to jump to skilled because
nursing.
They didn't have that time in between.
Right.
Where they could have, they weren't as bad that they could have prevented themselves from getting worse if they went to assisted living to have someone manage their medication, because medication's hard these days. And especially some people get 30 medications.
Oh, I know.
And so just having someone that is giving that properly and that you're getting good meals 3 times
good
a day
nutrition.
Versus, a senior, might not be able to cook anymore, or they might be eating just TV dinners all the time, which is also very unhealthy. And so that's really, it's about, staying at that highest level of care, of quality life that you can have.
Right.
That highest level of functioning is what I'm trying to say, which gets us into your other aspect of it.
Correct.
So tell me about part B of Karen.
Well, Karen has been the program manager at Crabapple Village since the day they opened, over 20 some odd years now. And we provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy services there for the residents that live in the building. We also provide outpatient therapy services to the community at large. And we accept all insurances. We are a provider of most insurances through rehab care. And what's really nice too about Crabapple is the fact that we could get an outpatient, and we may see, maybe they're really not ready to be at home by themselves, and they see how nice of a facility it is. They may come there and stay on the independent side in one of the apartments. And what's nice about that is the apartments offer also, weekly housekeeping and the cable and the internet, one meal a day, but they also have those extra set of eyes on them, which the families so appreciate.
Absolutely.
And also, if we have people that are there and they're doing so well in the facility, they were there for just rehab for a hip fracture or knee replacement, and they decide they like it so much, then they may move into one of the independent living apartments instead of going all the way back to their own home. So it's really been helpful to the community to have those options of not only having the independent side, but having the assisted side where they have 24-hour oversight, as well as the memory care downstairs. So it has such a wonderful opportunity for all different levels of people in the community that may need help and assistance. The rehab department, we're there Monday through Friday, and we are able to spend quality time with those residents as well as the people that come into the community. And the reason I've stayed there for so long is because I have the luxury of being able to work with one patient at a time, and being able to give them the undivided attention. And they seem to do so much better versus going someplace where you're one of 5 people that a therapist may be working with. And we get a lot of repeat clients that way because they were treated so well, and they're happy with the care, and they're happy with their improvement. So it's been a real blessing.
It's so important because I think a lot of times seniors want to get out of that therapy quickly, or they don't want to go at all. But it does take you a little longer to heal as a senior. So getting active and getting going with therapy right out of the gates when you have a decline, I think is so important.
It's huge
because they are a little slower to heal. And the faster you heal, the more ability you have to get back to your prior level of functioning, or sometimes even better.
Absolutely.
Than that. So tell me a little bit about the differences of physical therapy, occupational, and do you offer speech services?
We do offer speech services as well. Physical therapy, and the way we explain it to our patients, the easiest way is physical therapy works on from the waist down. We work on lower extremity, leg strengthening, your balance, your ability to get up and stand and to walk, those types of things, and being able to get in and out of your car, up and down steps. Occupational therapy works technically with the waist up. They work on upper extremity strengthening, dressing, grooming, hygiene, showers, daily activities, so that they can be able to take care of themselves, whether it's in their own apartment or in their own home. And speech therapy works on cognitive issues, if they're having difficulty retrieving words, swallowing issues, and those type communication, those types of things. And we all kind of cross over. I mean, physical therapy can also work on arms, and occupational therapy, but we're a great team approach, so we can kind of all work together to get the best outcome for our patients.
Now, does insurance typically cover those services?
Most insurances will cover up to 80% of it. Sometimes they might have a small co-payment. If there's a secondary insurance, such as Medicaid or a private insurance, then it could be covered 100%. Technically, most people have a co-payment. They don't pay us directly. They will get billed for that service. So I always tell them, wait until you get your EOB, your explanation of benefits, in your bill, and then we'll see how you do as far as that. But most of the time, it's like a $25 co-payment.
Well, thank you so much for sharing those instances. And you also have something else you'd like to share.
One more thing, if you have a moment.
Yes.
It kind of brings me also to our outpatient services as well. I myself am a chapter coordinator for Project Linus. And Project Linus is a national nonprofit. And I am in the Franklin County, Crawford County area. And we make and collect new handmade blankets for children in foster care, in the hospital, homelessness, just any needs that they may have. And just getting that comfort from a new blanket can make the world a difference to them.
I want to take your
please
thing here because in case
Thank
anybody
you.
forgot who Linus was.
Yes, from Peanuts and his
From
blanket.
Peanuts, yes.
And the reason that Project Linus has become so integral in my life is we started in April of last year. We have given out over 800 blankets just in Franklin County
That's
since
awesome.
April of last year. And one of my little outpatient ladies, we can't make her go away. She keeps coming back because every Wednesday at Crabapple, we have a blanket making class. And she returns to the facility to partake in this Project Linus blanket making that we do. And the word just continues to spread, and people are becoming more and more involved in it. And it's just such a wonderful, heartwarming group and organization, because you always feel like you want to do something to help and you're so limited. And some of the ladies that weren't really doing much but sitting in their rooms watching TV, they are so looking forward to Wednesdays to make the blankets. We started crocheting with them, and it's just really built a lot of friendships within the facility as well and the community at large.
And I think that's so important, especially when you get in, whether you're at home or in assisted living, is having that community of people that you can share with and do things with and grow with. I think that's extremely
It's amazing.
important.
So they're not so isolated. This little lady, she lives right across the street, and she just wasn't doing anything other than staying home and going to church on Sundays. And now she's pre-cutting blankets for us and bagging them up, and she's really gotten involved. So we're always welcome to have new volunteers to help grow this within our community.
So you hear that. If you happen to have any experience making blankets, if you're a community that is could have an activity that you make blankets, then you could be a part of it also.
Absolutely.
So there could be any aspect of that would be what a great cause.
Absolutely, yes. If they go to Project Linus Franklin County on Facebook, or go to the website projectlinus.org, I have listed on there. We have events every single month, once a month at the Union Public Library, and we started working with the Novel Nook in Washington, and we're doing blanket making there. And you don't need experience. We'll be happy to teach you.
All right.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to share, Karen?
I think everything is great as far as our facility is going, and the community is so heartwarming and giving, and just getting the word out there that we're here for anyone that needs any assistance, whether it's assisted living or memory care or Project Linus.
One of the things that one of the things that I really am passionate about is connecting the generations and trying to get the younger generations to interact and appreciate and learn from.
That's great.
The older generation. Would you have any advice for the younger generation on, since you work with seniors?
Right. I think one of the things that helps us as far as that is the schools have the A+ program, and they require you to get community service hours, and being able to try and get those hours with programs involving the seniors. And they develop such good friendships and relationships, because we have ladies that are 80 years old and as young as 14 that will come with the blankets. And it's so heartwarming to see them just chatting and just experiencing that time where they're not isolated, and they're getting to know the younger generation, and they're getting to actually spend quality time with older people. And because they're not family, they tend to be a little more respectful and open to listening. So it's just been a great experience overall.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing today, Karen.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
By all means, you can, if you can't get in contact with Karen, get in contact with me, and I will connect you.
Terrific.
All right,
Thank you so much.